Hello, it's me. I thought about us for a long, long time. Remember that one time we sat in here and colored and Lucy sat on this chair? Dog hair all over me instantly as I sit down. What's up, socials? If you're watching this today, it's Christmas Day. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. I am certainly celebrating, but I wanted to share a special little sort of end of year video with you, and I thought, what better day to do something sort of reflective like this than on Christmas Day. So that's why I'm posting today. It's actually a series of 3 videos that I wanted to do to end the year. You guys just probably watched the awards show. I wanted to tell you about the favorite things that I used this year or that I loved about this year. And so I sort of did that. Today, I want to talk to you about the best year ever, because I just had the best year ever. And the next week, as usual, we will go over the top 10 most popular videos on this channel from 2016. So please make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss that. Fun fact, did you know that 60 to 70% of the people watching any given video on this channel is watching but not subscribed? So if that's you, here's looking at you, kid. Make that move. Make 2016 an even better year. So with that, let's talk about why 2016 was the best year ever. Let me take a sip of my coffee first because, man, I'm gonna be talking a lot. So January was incredible because it was my first full month in this apartment. I can't believe I've been in this apartment a year now. When they asked me to renew my lease, I was like, you gotta be kidding me already? Wow. That flew by. I've done a lot of fun videos in this apartment, and it's everything that I wanted it to be in terms of a home, a workplace, and also where I film a lot of my stuff for you guys. So I've just been loving it here. January is always special as well because of the Consumer Electronics Show. This was the 5th year in a row that I attended, and of course hung around with my friends who are on Team Crispy, doing all their videos, recording all the latest tech, and I got to do a little bit of that as well. This will actually be the first year, 2017 will be the first year that I'm not attending CES in 6 years. So I'm really kind of bummed out about that, but it's for a very good reason. It's for the fact that my book launch is coming and I don't really have time to just go peruse around Las Vegas looking at technology. Sorry, 24K TVs. February was a lot of fun because I got to go right back and see my friends for Team Crispy live. So they actually asked me to host their first ever live event. Austin, Marquez, Lou, Jonathan, and Judner. They had an incredible event in LA. They did it just to give back to their community, which I think is true YouTuber style. So it was really fun for me to be able to host that because, you know, I have a lot of experience speaking on stage, and I think that was something that they needed, because as easy as it might sound to get on stage with a bunch of people that already love you and sort of do a show for them by showing off, you know, more of your personality, it's still a very different situation than making a video out of your office or out of your bedroom. So I think as a team, all of us, you know, I was sort of like honorary Team Crispy that day. I think we killed it, and everybody was really happy with that event. Really good feedback. Still some amazing Team Crispy members who were there that comment on my videos today, so thank you so much for supporting me since then. March was a couple of really cool things. First and foremost, Savvy Sexy Social turned 5 years old. The other thing that was cool was that one of my business idols and mentors, sort of distant mentors, Gary Vaynerchuk, put out his, I believe it's actually his 4th book. It's his 3rd business book. He remembers me very well as the girl that did a musical book review for his previous book. So of course, for this one, he was like, hey girlfriend, you gonna do another one of those? And so I did. Ask Gary V. Oh, when you wanna say yes, but you don't really know. Ask Gary V. Really funny to me how many people actually watched the Ask Gary V book review, but didn't know about the Jab, 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 Right Hook book review, because Jab, 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 Right Hook was way more sort of, I guess we should say, popular. It was that one was passed around quite a bit. I think mostly because Gary was totally caught off guard for that one. And this one he was like, come on now, bring it. So interestingly, you know, previous to 2016, I was publishing on this channel 3 days a week. January through March, I was actually publishing 5 days a week. So by the time April hit, it was vlog every day in April, and you socials know how important vlog every day in April is. We do SSS Veda every April and August, vlogging every day, and that's exactly what I did on this channel every single day in April. I think I missed a couple, to be honest, but almost got all the way there. It was kind of crazy. In May, I pulled back a little bit because I had just hammered out so many videos up to that point in the year. I just wanted to kind of like brace myself for what was to come. And what I actually spent most of May focused on was not a lot in terms of pivoting work or doing new kinds of videos or anything like that. It was actually more along the lines of my health. I don't know if you guys know this, but I lost probably 15 pounds in April of 2015. And the reason for that was I was getting ready to go speak in the Philippines. I was gonna spend a week on an island or in a country on a beach with a lot of people I know. And I was like not feeling real good about myself. By the way, that's what sitting at a computer all the time does for you. When you start a business, you forget to work out. It's not good. So I lost all that weight, which is great. I've kept it off. But in May of this year, I just kind of wanted to go through another cleanse like I had done before, but something different, something that would revitalize sort of my body and how it operates. And so I actually did the Whole30 for May. That was one of the most life-changing things I think I've ever done. I have never gone 3 days without bread, much less 30. It was huge. I was waking up just bouncing out of bed every single day. I was drinking less coffee, not because it told me I needed to. It didn't. It said I could drink coffee. I just didn't need it. It was crazy. I have never felt better in my life. I probably lost a little bit too much weight. I got down to kind of like an uncomfortable skinny by the end of May, but June helped me put it right back on. So right at the end of May and into June, I actually took a trip with my girlfriend Sarah to Ireland and Scotland. The reason for that was it was my first opening keynote ever at the Content Marketing Academy in Edinburgh, Scotland. So we kind of made a thing out of it. I didn't want to travel alone, and Sarah's been meaning to get to those places as well. We went together and we had the most incredible time. I think it's really cool when you find somebody that, if it's your significant other or not, hopefully you have more than one person. It's really nice to have more than one person that you can travel with and not want to murder them. The fact that we discovered we could travel together and have so much fun, it was just incredible. But yes, very much not advised to do the Whole30 and then go to Ireland and eat fish and chips. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of doing it. But that being said, I don't regret it one bit. But to dive in a little bit deeper, the Content Marketing Academy event was incredible. The reception of the group was so amazing. I know there are many of those people still watching these videos today if they weren't before I got there. Just an engaged and action-taking community, which was so cool. Also spoke against a couple of other keynoters, Mark Schaefer and Ann Hanley, and they said that I was good. So it was just like, holy crap. These two people think I'm a good speaker, so like, life made. That's just really exciting when people who ideally will become your peers in an industry in the future as you're an up-and-comer see you and respect you and offer you that vote of confidence. The fact that they went out of their way to say something was just really cool. So that was huge. I actually flew straight to North Carolina after Scotland for my sister's wedding and my birthday. So my sister got married on my birthday. Happy birthday to me. And Vincenzo came and met us and we had an amazing time on the beach with the family. I don't know if I like love where we were, but I would go back because simply we had the best time we were there. Honestly, vacation, note to self, vacation. I need to take a vacation more often. So if that wasn't enough, we left, myself and Vincenzo left for Charleston. Actually, that's not true. We went to Charlotte and we met with our friends Yarby and Sam, and we met them at their place in Charlotte, and then we went with them to Charleston. So we had a little extra little trip there, and after that we flew back to Columbus. And so that made for a crazy, awesome, enjoyable, career advancing, cultured, traveled June. Could have been good enough for a whole year, to be honest. In July, more like the end of June and into July, that was my first trip to Chicago, so that was really cool. I had a speaking engagement there. You guys probably saw some video from that. After Chicago, we went back to Connecticut to celebrate the 4th of July, which of course was great. We had a wonderful time with his friends and family who have different parties and things like that, so that was a lot of fun. August was big because this was the time that I had allocated to write the book. I decided I needed to take the entire time off to write the book. There wasn't going to be balancing appointments and writing and all that stuff. I had to have the time completely wiped from my schedule. I wiped 3 weeks that I wasn't traveling, that I wasn't worried about a bunch of stuff, and that was when I was going to write the book. But what had also kind of thrown a wrench into that, you guys know very well, is that YouTube called and said, hey, we want you to be a part of our Next Up camp in New York. It's in this week during August, and it's like literally the second of the 3 weeks that I had marked off to write the book. Not such a bad thing, right? You know, you still got 2 weeks left to write the book, and YouTube called, so you should probably go. So that's what I did. I wrote for a week, I got as much done as I could, and then it was time to go to New York. And the first stop that we made, and Vincenzo met me in New York, we went to Facebook headquarters. So that was literally just a couple of hours, but it was such a great trip. I made a whole video about it. And then for the next week, I spent my time at YouTube Space New York. So we essentially went over a lot of things in terms of upgrading your technology and quality and how you present your channel as a creator. And even though I knew a lot of stuff, there's a lot of stuff you always have to hear back again, and I certainly think I've made a lot of improvements to this channel since YouTube Next Up. Learned a lot of new things I could put in Vlog Like a Boss, my book, and I finished writing. August was a big one. That's a whole nother year's worth of stuff right there. September was really cool because it was my first trip to Anchorage, Alaska, so that was a lot of fun. And we also got to go visit Portland, Maine, both of those for speaking engagements. Lots of speaking this year, as anticipated, but it's always so nice to be able to go check out these beautiful places while you're working. In October, we went out to Los Angeles for another speaking engagement, Vid Summit, but we went a few days earlier because Vincenzo's never actually been to LA, so we wanted to go check it out, go see some friends. We celebrated a really nice dinner at a very schwanky, is that a word? Swanky place where the celebrities go to get their picture taken. We didn't see any, but you know, there probably were D-list celebrities there and we just didn't know. And then we went to go see Trevor Noah at the Dolby Theater, which was so cool. And then you guys all know that we stopped by Swoozy's house and some things went down there.
I'm thinking, I'm gonna do some junk to give this girl a story to run up and tell all her friends.
I did not run off and tell all my friends. No, I didn't.
You're telling your friends now,
I think there's like this anxiety that like, what if I was terrible? I don't want to tell anyone I just had my first kiss or any kiss at all. November was one of the most important months, moments, times of my life. My love, Vincenzo, proposed to me, and so that was just incredible. He did it here in Columbus, a place that I'm happy and so committed to and love, and he knew that, and he did it somewhere special, and it was just us, and we kept it to ourselves for a few days because I didn't want to have to tell the internet right away. I just wanted to enjoy it. We went to a nice brunch the next day with just my immediate family and best friends, and so it was just beautiful and incredible. And then we had to get on a plane and go to Boston to speak at Inbound, which like literally the day we got on the plane was election day, and we told the internet we were engaged, and I was speaking the next day. It was a whirlwind. Speaking of whirlwind, we were in Boston for 24 hours And then we went to San Jose to go see Tony Robbins at his event, which we had won tickets to, handed to directly by Tony Robbins, you know, earlier this year on a live stream that I participated in. And so just insane. And I highly recommend a Tony Robbins event. I learned a lot of things about myself. Probably the best thing you could ever do with somebody that you just said, yes, I want to marry you and be with you the rest of my life. The two of us learned so much about each other by being there in that moment, and it was just incredible. And December, which is and has been nothing but making videos for you, doing a little bit of client work, rounding out the year really strong, and prepping for the book launch. I've just been doing nothing but book stuff at least half of every single day, and half being 6 hours. The other 6 hours have to do with everything else that's going on in the business. I mean, I don't work 7 to 8 hours a day. That would be really cool if I did that. This is the life that I've designed for myself, which is why it's not really work. It's me working on creating something that I get to do every day, and I just love it. 2016 has been the best year ever. The best year ever. More revenue than ever. My community has never been more loyal and lifting than ever before. The support for the fact that I'm writing a book and getting a book out there has never been more prevalent. I just can't even believe how incredible 2016 was. It was a very defining year for me. A lot of things that I chose to do and chose not to do. And so that is why 2016 was the best year ever. Kind of hard to believe, but with all that travel and speaking, I spoke 12 times this year, less than last year, but that was on purpose because I wanted to be much more selective about where I was. I made a lot of videos this year, but started to change up sort of the vibe of those. It's just been a lot of fun. The best is yet to come, which is why 2017 is going to be the new best year ever. And I want you to stay tuned for it. So if you're watching this video and you've enjoyed what you've been watching so far, whether it's this video or any other, then please click subscribe. I want to know what you have planned, what you're gonna go after in your life so that we can do this together. We've gotta do it together because we need each other to see great success. Tell me below why 2017 is going to be your best year ever. Make sure you have notifications turned on. I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot of really great incentive for you doing that in January. I can't wait to finally tell you all this like buildup of like things I'm planning. That's all for today's socials. I hope you're enjoying your day and I hope you've had an amazing 2016. Here is to going after what you want in 2017. Cheers.